being outside is so much better. Like, hands down, there's no comparison. And if you try to argue that and say that the gym is better than being outside, you must be a lunatic. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is STELLATHELIGHT. Today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. I got some really good questions. I just posted about it on Instagram and seriously already got like 20 questions that are really good, and so I just want to tackle those. So I have 10 questions here that I'm going to go over. I'm really excited to do this as I haven't done a Q&A video. I wanted to show you guys this. I was not sure if I was gonna like this. It is a loopy case, and I got it and I was like, what is this? This is gonna be annoying. This is the best thing that I think I've gotten in a long time. Because this phone is like the 7 Plus or whatever it is, it's huge in comparison to like the old phone, which was like smaller and easier to hold in my hands. So this is like perfect. Like, it's so easy to hold in my hand. It's helped me out a lot. I don't know. So I highly recommend this phone case. All right, let's get into this Q&A. Question number 1. Can you talk about what you use for birth control? So I get this question quite frequently. When I was younger, I was about, I want to say 13, 14 years old. I went on birth control. Now, I did get my period at a very young age. I think I was 12 or 13 years old when I got my period. And then, all right, so let's say 12 or 13 I got my period, and then 14 or 15 I went on birth control. I was put on birth control for hormonal migraines. I suffered from really bad migraines, and my doctor's advice was get on birth control. So I got on birth control, and I don't even know if it helped with my migraines because I still suffered with migraines all throughout high school. Really severe one-sided migraines. So I would get symptoms on the left side and get a migraine on the right, and then the very next day I would get a migraine on the other side. So it was like a 2-day just severe. It was terrible. Anyways, I got off of birth control after high school. I forget exactly when I got off of birth control because I didn't actually get off of it per recommendation of anyone or because I was being conscious of it or anything. I just stopped taking it. It was during the time when I was into drugs and things. So I think I just eventually just kind of, this is not funny. I'm sorry. I think I just forgot or was not being mindful of it, so I just stopped taking it, and I was like, whatever, I don't care. Anyway, so down the line, yada. There is several ways to naturally control birth. I think the first thing that I'm going to say is to read this book right here. And then after that, subsequently, you can decide whether you want to go about using the natural birth control methods or not. Again, I'm not a good person to go to for birth control, as I have never been good with birth control myself. Like I said, I was on hormonal birth control, which I am totally against at this point. And then I wasn't on any birth control because I was such a train wreck. And now I'm in a relationship, and it's just, I'm not the person to go to for birth control. I'm not well educated on it. I'm a little bit educated on it, but yeah, so read that book and maybe go after someone who is more in tune with the natural birth control. Maybe you can talk to like a more holistic doctor and they can guide you on that. I'm not the best for that. Question number 2. What are some hobbies you like to do that we don't know about? Examples: baking, stargazing, scrapbooking. Let me try and think. I actually didn't think of this one because I must have not read it right. I thought it was just asking me what my hobbies were, but hobbies that you guys don't know about. Shit. I think you guys know all of my hobbies. I mean, my favorite hobbies, of course, are hiking and traveling and cooking. I love to cook, which I think you guys know that. Shoot, what are some hobbies that I like? I like to read. I think you guys know that, though. A lot of people think that I like to read self-help books, and while I do love self-help self-help books and podcasts and things. I really like reading books that are like magical, or books that you can get lost in, mysteries, you know, just those kind of books. But people tend to recommend like The Power of Now, which great book. Haven't read it, but I'm sure it's great. But I go more for, you know, books that you get lost in. That's what I'm looking for with books and things like that. If I think of any other ones, oh God, I can't. I think you guys know basically all of my basic hobbies. Question number 3, tips for a beginner vegan that's going to school and working constantly. I know you said that eating consistently throughout the day helps prevent binging later on. I want to know if you have any tips for a beginner vegan on the go. So for a beginner vegan, don't try and take it all at once. If you're super beginner vegan, meaning like you came from eating meat, dairy, takeout, on the go food that you get from like McDonald's, don't pressure yourself into being like, all right, tomorrow I have to eat all vegan, plus I have work and I have school. You have to take it in stride. So the first step is to educate yourself. So watch some documentaries, read some books, and really get yourself into the believing that veganism is for you. Because when you actually believe it and feel some passion towards it, and don't just do it because you've heard it, you know, heard it's a good thing to try or whatever. When you actually have that passion, you're more inclined to do it, go for it, and do it properly. So then, like I said, the education part of it. So making sure you understand that being vegan doesn't mean picking up, you know, a vegan prepackaged bar and that's your breakfast. It means that you need to make sure you're eating an abundance and a variety of plant foods. And if you want to do the prepackaged junk, that's all on you. You know, it's not going to make you feel your best, but you will be vegan. And they can be really good for transitioning, like the prepackaged bars and the cheeses and the faux meats and things. They're great for transitioning. They are a bit more expensive than what you would be paying for if you were plant-based. But anyways, my biggest tip is to take it slow. Try just doing, for like the first week, just breakfast. Just have a vegan breakfast. Handle that. Once you feel really confident with breakfast, move on to like some morning snacks, lunches or dinners, or maybe some desserts, like whatever, you know, do it kind of meal by meal, or like try 2 or 3 new recipes each week that are vegan. Don't try and just go for it when you're so busy already. You have a lot to worry about in your life. It is not an all or nothing kind of thing. You will get there eventually. And pressuring yourself like that will only lead to you feeling like you failed. So try not to pressure yourself. It's totally unnecessary to do it that way. So just take it slow. Question number 4, what is your workout routine and do you work out every day? So I used to have a pretty serious workout routine. It was, you know, designated days, designated times, designated times for cardio, for lifting, and I threw that all out the door when I went plant-based, because I went plant-based primarily for my health. I was mentally depleted, physically depleted, and you know, I had tried to work out like that for years. I couldn't work out like that for the rest of my life, and it was just beginning to slowly drain me more and more. So I was like, I need to figure something else out. Anyways, so I dropped that whole mentality, and for the first 6 months or so that I went plant-based, I really didn't work out at all. I was doing some walking and hiking, but that was just because I was finally thinking, like I finally realized, well, I really like being outside. Whereas before it was a lot of indoor gym workouts, which I'm not saying the gym is terrible or a bad thing, but honestly, being outside is so much better. Like, hands down, there's no comparison. And if you try to argue that and say that the gym is better than being outside, you must be a lunatic, because no, being outside is just the absolute best. It's like it's so rewarding on so many levels, mentally and physically. Anyways, so for now, my workout routine is this. Simply, I do what my body wants. I just listen. I just listen to my body, and I think, you know, and different things spark different ideas. Like I'll see like I don't know, like a new Pilates workout on YouTube, and I'm like, I'll give that a go. I'm feeling up for it. I'm feeling peppy today. Let me do that 20-minute Pilates workout and see how I feel. Now, if midway through I'm like, dude, this hurts, I don't feel good, I stop and I'm like, no, thank you. So again, I just try new things. I'm doing whatever, Pilates, yoga, hiking, you know, rebounding. I have a rebounder, it's actually right down here. So I don't have an exact routine, but I just do what I feel like when I feel like it. It's very dependent on how busy I am or if I'm very stressed out. But something that I do try to include almost every day, nearly every single day, is walking my dog. That's something that is so sustainable for me, and I make sure that every workout that I do is pretty much sustainable. So like Pilates and yoga and walking and hiking, those are things that I think, I'm actually sure of, that I will be doing for the rest of my life in some way, shape, or form. They might, you know, as I get older, 50, 60, 70 years old, might not be doing them as intensely as I am now, but I would love to include them for the rest of my life. They are just easy to include, and I love doing them, and they don't just help me physically, but they help me mentally. So I have no workout routine. I have no set workouts. I do what I please, and I do it with ease. Question number 5. What part of your body do you like more, your boobs or your butt? I'm gonna guarantee that was probably a male asking that, but hey, maybe not, could not be. Of course, I would probably say as of now my butt, because that's mine and just mine. My breasts are implants, and you know, in the very beginning when I first got my implants, I was really crazy about them because aesthetically they look very nice. They are really great boobs, or they're like the perfect boobs, but they're not mine though, and it's not natural. But yeah, so I would definitely say I like my butt. My butt, a lot of people, like, I get a lot of questions like, oh my gosh, how did you get a bubble butt? How do you get your butt so big? It's genetics. I'm pretty sure I have, you know, a bigger butt just from genetics and yoga and hiking and working my legs. Like, I think that's shaped my rear end over the past few years. You know, I tend to have more muscle in my lower body, like my legs and my butt. And that's just my body type. Question number 6. Wedding plans. Now, this was fairly confusing for a lot of people. I posted a picture of my beautiful ring that Damon got for me. And this was not an exact engagement. So it wasn't like Damon got on one knee and was like, will you marry me and have a wedding and wear a white dress? And, you know, it was more like he knew I wanted this ring. He got this ring for me, and he gave it to me, and that it was just a nice, I mean, it's very beautiful. It's such a beautiful, perfect ring. I'm like over the moon about it. Not big on jewelry, as you guys know, but I don't know, I really love it. Anyway, so we won't be having a big, expensive wedding, but we always want to have, we've had this idea for years, we definitely want to have a, you know, a party, a celebration of our love, probably after we build our house and after we get settled into that, and whatever ends up happening over the next year, 2, 3, I have no exact plans. We will definitely have some kind of fun get together. Probably if we have land, we'll have it at our house, and it'll just be fun, you know, it'll just be super laid back. So, you know, no bridal shower or anything like that, but just a celebration, just, you know, a nice, big, fun, amazing, cool party. Nothing expensive, no, you know, $10,000 dress or anything like that. So that's probably what we'll be doing. But wedding plans, nothing. I don't have any wedding plans. Question number 7. What is your opinion on no overt fats? I think that this is finally fading out. In the very beginning, when I first went plant-based myself, I had the idea that the less fats that you ate was like the better your diet was, and the better you would feel, and the better you would look, and blah, blah, blah. I've come to find over time that while keeping my fats really low didn't exactly like harm me terribly because I've always ate enough food, enough calories. I did find that I having more fats makes me feel better, look better, my skin's better. I followed like 80-10-10 for a while, so it was like I would just have like a little bit of fats during the day and a lot of carbs, whereas now it's like I kind of just eat whatever. Some days are really, really high fat, some days are lower in fat. You know, it's all over the place. There's no set amount. So that's kind of what I go based off. I do that with a lot of things in my life, so I just want to find that balance with everything, with fitness, with food, everything. I want a balance of just, you know, as natural earth to mouth as possible. No set portions, amounts, calories, macro, micronutrients. I just want to eat abundantly and just enjoy it. And that is what I found works the best. Now, do I believe that you should be eating high fat? I don't, but some people do, and that's of course perfectly fine. But I do believe in meals should be centered around carbohydrates because they are, you know, the best nutrient for your body to run off of. I never recommend my clients to eat meals of peanut butter and nuts and seeds. I, you know, would prefer that they make the bulk of their meals, you know, starches and fruits and greens and vegetables, and then add in, you know, a couple handfuls of fats every day. So like nuts and seeds in their smoothies, peanut butter in their oatmeal. Sorry, my camera just died. I had to put another battery in. Let's move on to question number 8. My hardest struggle for some reason is cutting fish and eggs out of my eating. I think they mean out of my diet. Any suggestions? I've been done with meat for months now, but can't seem to shake those two. So again, education is key. So doing your research and looking into why fish and eggs are not good for your health, the cholesterol, and you know how the eggs and fish are, you know, how they come about, what they are, what they're made of, what they're going to do to your body. That's a big factor. Believing that these things are not for you and not meant to be eaten by you is one of the key factors to going vegan and staying vegan. So a lot of people go vegan but don't truly believe that these foods aren't meant for them, and then they drift back to them eventually and they're like, well, I eat eggs now, or I have a little bit of fish or some dairy. And what it really is about is just doing enough research to the point where you fully understand that meat, dairy, eggs, fish, any kind of animals or anything from an animal, it just is not good for you, and it's not food. It's just weird. But anyways, so getting to that point, that's a big thing. So I would say that research, education, and finding that passion in veganism, not just for your health, but also for the animals and for the environment. So look on the environmental impact that the fishing industry has on our planet, and the egg industry, and just evaluating all of that, and, you know, aligning your morals and thinking, you know what, I don't want to be a part of that. Question number 9, recommendations for staying whole foods, plant-based while your significant other is vegan but eats junk food and doesn't enjoy the food you make because it's either gross or has no flavor. All right, so that is kind of hard because I understand it would be hard if your significant other is constantly eating junk food around you and then you're constantly eating not junk food. And it's nice to share meals with each other, which I'm so lucky that Damon loves to eat healthy. Thank you, Damon. You're the best. But some people don't. So I think your best bet would be to just stay in your lane. Let them fend for themselves food-wise. I know that can be hard because for me, I do make all of Damon's food. And I know not all couples are like that, but I do make all of his meals. So if you do make his food, maybe you can say, you know what, our food isn't aligning. Maybe for now you can handle your food and I'm gonna, you know, handle my food, or however you want to go about it, and just stay in your lane. That one's really hard, actually. I would just, honestly, what I would probably do is put my own health first and prioritize it and say, you know what, I am so grateful that you are vegan and I appreciate that, but you're gonna have to fend for yourself and feed yourself for a while because I truly, you know, you truly believe in this. You believe in the health aspect of it and you want to take care of yourself. And maybe eventually he will, you know, link into that. And you can just, you know, hope that eventually he does do that. And if not, I don't know. Question number 10. Being plant-based, I definitely eat more than the recommended fruit amount. Is that okay, or should I cut back? Also, I eat a lot of bananas because I make a lot of banana whip. How many bananas is too many in a day? So clearly, I mean, if you're talking about the recommended standard American diet recommendations for fruit, clearly the recommendations are not working in America because we're all obese. America has such a rising obesity, heart disease, diabetes, you know, each year it gets higher and higher. So something is not right with their recommendations, clearly, because people, one, are not following them, and two, can't follow them because they're ridiculous recommendations for ridiculous amounts of animal products. And as you know, the recommendations also include meat and dairy, which I'm sure you do not believe in because you're a vegan, I'm assuming. So again, throw that all out the door and look more into researching a whole foods plant-based diet and the science that's backed up there. I'll leave a couple links down in the description for that so that you can read through those instead of reading through the standard American diet recommendations and thinking, wow, I'm doing things wrong, I'm eating too many bananas, or, you know, whatever. Bananas are great for you. I wouldn't say to sit and just eat all bananas all day long, but as long as you're eating other fruits and vegetables and starches and legumes and plant fats and greens and all that good stuff, then you're doing fine. Earth to mouth. That's my only rule, really, is primarily earth to mouth. You know, avoid as much prepackaged things as you can. Of course, avoid and eliminate the meat and dairy. And just eat an abundance and a variety and earth to mouth. Those are my simplest tips. All right, so I'm sure I have a ton more questions, and hopefully I can hop onto Tumblr on my laptop in a little bit and I can answer those via Tumblr, because there was just so many good ones already in there, and I'm sure as the day goes on I'll get more and more. All right guys, I hope you loved this video. I am so glad that I finally popped back on here to do one of these. I've been very busy with lots of different things in my life right now, but if you follow me on Instagram, you can kind of follow along there. I post a lot of stories about my day-to-day life. I post a lot of recipes. I have 2 new blogs. One is a private blog. The password for now is included in the ebook bundle, which you can find on my website. And the other blog is public, and that is a recipe blog that each week I post a new recipe, and I've been posting some really great ones, like some brownies and some soups, meatloaf. Oh my gosh, just really, really good ones. I'm really like happy that I started that one, because I really like trying new recipes and playing around and trying to find, you know, really good foods that are really tasty and really healthy for you, so that you can start to make those and start to eliminate the bad junk food. So anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys for the next video.
Go spend the rest of our life.